So for those who are engine guys, the package is everything else. It's not boxes. Well, it is boxes. They're just really big steel boxes. But it's what, the way I think about it is that on an airplane, you've got the engines on the wing, and the airplane is the package, right? Because you're taking engines and making an airplane out of them. In the rest of the shops here, we're taking engines and making power plants out of them. So we're making the gas turbine package, the generator package, the auxiliary skids, and all the equipment that turns an engine into a power plant. What's unique about who we are in this sense is that we're extraordinarily vertically integrated. In the engine, you saw a lot of vertical integration. We do a lot of things ourselves. Actually, on the LM6000, over 80% of all the repairable parts, we have a repair in-house. There's only a small number of parts that we send out for support. However, on the package, when I say we're vertically integrated, we make the staircases, we make the ladders, we make the handrails, we do all of it, okay? And with that, one of the things that we do is the control systems. So the shop we're going to go to now is our control panel shop. So it's where we build all our control panels. Now we buy the cards, you know, we buy the Allen Bradley equipment or the Woodward, but we build all our own panels. We do all our own wiring, all of our own point-to-point checks and system testing, right, including all of the fire system. All right, so we'll go see that next. So again, a small thing, but you know, when we pulled all the shops together and created as the single operations activity, one of the things we did is we made sure all the lines on the floors looked the same and all the colors meant the same thing. Maybe a small thing, but something so that when people move from shop to shop, it means the same thing everywhere you go, right? So from a control panel standpoint, you can see the main control boxes are built here. Again, you'll see shadow boards, whether a big shop, a small shop. We use the shadow boards regularly. The control panels, you can see all the cutouts on the control panel. So we bought a water jet, which allows us to cut those out. We used to take those to Kansas City. Now we can do it, what we would spend a whole day for one guy, we now do in about an hour. In addition to that, we use the water jet to etch. So not only does it doesn't have to cut, it can just etch a line. And so what we do is we draw all the lines on it for where to screw everything down. And we drill all our holes. So now we don't have to drill. We don't have any, we eliminated a job, which was a guy who just sat there and measured and drew lines for everywhere everything had to be mounted. And we reassigned him, right? So he had other work. And what that did is it enabled us to build these panels much more efficiently and faster. So the boxes get built here. Then we've got the layout, so you lay down the main panels, the panel doors, you can see one over there, you put all your DIN rails on it, you do all your basic mounting on it. It goes from there over to the wiring areas. In the wiring area, you'll see these are the main turbine control panels. We also do our GPPs, or generator protection panels, the GSU for the transformers. We do the fire protection panel. We do the network panel for the site. We do the ROI panel for the BOP. So a turbine control panel has roughly, I think it's roughly 750. I think it's 750 feet. It's more than that. The total for the 4 main panels is 3.5 miles. It's 3/4 of a mile of wire in the control panel. It's 3.4 miles of wire across and 3,500 terminations. And we do point-to-point checks on all the terminations. And then we have for the fire system and for some of the other systems, we have electronic modules that you then hook it up to and test all the lines. And we're developing that for all of the different parts of the different panels. So that's a work in progress as we develop. And then they all get powered up. They all go through inspection. Once they get through the power up and inspection, then they move to the complete area. And this is how we put together all the panels. So each of the panel areas are set up uniquely to the panels that go in that area. But there is the ability to move panels from section to section of the shop to enable us to, when we need to double down and make more GPPs, for example, we can do that. So, and that's really the electrical shop. So all of these panels, as they finish, are then lifted, carried across the street over to the assembly area where we build our power distribution centers. And we'll see that just before we go to test. So again, the water jet's a good example of the breadth of what we do. So the water jet not only is very effective at cutting out parts for the panel shop, and it actually pays for itself specifically with the panel shop, but now we also make brackets for the engine. So all of the stainless steel and nickel brackets on the engine are all water jet out from plate here, and then they go over to our fabrication shop, which is primarily used for fabricating the large steel packages, but we use the fabrication shop to help bend and finalize the brackets for the engine. So just like the arm shop doing their machining, we're machining package parts, right? This electrical shop is also doing prefabrication cutting for the fab shop and for the engine brackets. And the fabrication shop is not only building package fabrications, but helping with the brackets for the engine. So it enables us to multi-use our equipment in a number of different ways, which makes very effective use of a capital asset, right? As effective as you can.